Future viewers, you're back for more. Okay, I guess I better go through with this, huh? If you insist. Great. Well, this is ominous music, isn't it? We've got the return of the Incubus. Their Blaze one is a little less threatening now than it used to be. And plenty of treasure chests. Well, I say plenty, but I've only seen one so far. Okay, one is apparently plenty. I'm good at counting. Anyway, it seems like it's a good thing we weren't able to open this door last time, because fighting all of these guys, as well as the outdoor forces at the same time, would not have gone well for us. Kinda makes me wonder why they didn't open that from the inside and sortie, but hey, I'll take whatever advantage the enemy wants to give me. Right. I considered splitting up. There are really not a whole lot of enemies along this way, so it might not be an awful idea to just send maybe 3 people over there. I say just 3 people, but that's almost half my force anyway. I think I'm gonna go that route regardless, because we can go back and join up right before these last few enemies. This is sort of an uneven split of experience, but not too bad, I think. I just have to be careful about who gets the killing shots. Really, as long as I'm not losing out on total experience, I'm not worried. Oh, well, I give this knight credit. He knows who to go after. So, let's see how well this new axe works. Alright, I do not have too many characters who could deal 50% of a knight's health in one hit, so cannot complain. Or more like, will not complain. So that little skirmish is likely to go just fine. On the right side, I love Appis's mobility, but I do have to be a little careful. Once again, always have follow-up. In a game like this, which is not really objective-based, using high mobility characters is a little bit trickier than... Well, I should say... Maybe that's not quite the right word, but it's a little tougher to figure out good applications for it. Well, I have plenty of freeze spells for now. Well, The running pimento is now the only stat-up item that I don't want to use early, because this game still puts your movement at a set value when you promote, I believe. Might be an interesting thing to experiment on later. Not before saving, that would be a bad idea. Right after I save the game, I could try playing around with promotion a little bit once we reach that point. Well, the Ratman is, as far as I can tell, nothing special, even though it is an ominous red, and we already have a palette swap just 4 maps into the game. It seems pretty much like a Death Archer, but not ranged. I think there's a 1-point stat difference overall. Well, because it's the early game, I can get away with things like that. Although later on I suspect that the difference between attack and defense will grow enough that it will be Shining Force 1 risky levels to do that. I have to be careful about having Apis kill enemies now, because his inventory is full. Oh no! And that full inventory is my own fault. I did not sell the driftwood when I had the chance. I think Wendy already has more health than my mages did for most of the game in Shining Force 1. Well, if the enemy is just going to walk up to me like that, oh well. Yeah, I think Cray will do just fine. Oh, attacking over the wall. You see, that's something that Shining Force 1 did not allow. I'm a little disappointed that the game engine was simplified in that way. I mean, just because Fire Emblem allows it doesn't mean every game should. Oh, we got a turn rollover, huh? Oh wait, I have 4 item slots, don't I? In that case, yeah, I'm still fine. Right, so that'll be a good kill for Shade. Yeah, he needs it more. So let's move forward and lure this incubus out. Whoa. And you also got a turn rollover around Shade. Shade must have rolled really high for his previous turn. Alright. Well, either way, Cray's gonna be in range of that archer, so I might as well get a sort of a better positioning there. Oh, level 7 already, huh? And still gaining impressive stats. And Roos is still at level 5, despite everything. Well, there was a little bit of bad luck with his attack being blocked, but never mind. Ooh, yeah, everything is looking pretty promising around here. Attack by 2. Oh. I feel so spoiled after Shining Force 1. I think even in Shining Force 2, an archer gaining 2 points of attack in a level is pretty rare, especially before promotion. Though I won't know for sure until we play Shining Force 2. We'll get there. We'll get there. Not quite. That's okay. I should reserve some freeze for someone that I didn't point out before. Mr. Capital Letters. That's pretty good attack power. And one notable thing about the Brass Loader, also known later on in Shining Force 2 as the Brass Gunner, they attack more like a centaur with a spear than as an archer. It can attack 2 squares away and also 1 square away. So simply surrounding it won't make it helpless. You're about to get level 7, aren't you? Well, that in itself is not a bad thing, so let's go with it. I think I like that attack animation better than the sort of jumping thing that was in Shining Force 1, because, I don't know, it feels like the natural sort of way for a centaur to attack with a lance. Kind of like the paladin crit animation from the Shining Force, not Shining Force, the Fire Emblem 6, 7, and 8 Game Boy Advance games. Alright, I don't think that's gonna be hard enough, but we'll see. Not quite. Not quite. And I'd rather not give that experience to Cray. I think that might be approaching the point where the gains start to get reduced. Also, if I remember correctly, in Shining Force 1, we were not reaching level 7 towards the end of Chapter 1. Excuse me. So, what does that mean as far as game design? What it means is that we're facing more enemies. It may also mean that we're facing enemies that drop off and experience less quickly. I do remember running into that a little bit in Chapter 1. Oh, Cray moves again? Yeesh. There we go. Alright, now he's getting that defense. Let's check his stats after this. Apis will get the chest since he's ahead in levels and won't need the combat as much. And I believe he does have an item slot open. Well, okay. The good news about having that on Apis is that he moves fast enough to reach Nick in what I hope is a reasonable amount of time. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I gotta be a little careful with Shade. In fact, I should heal him. Oh, really? 2 turns that close together? Oh well. Shining Force turn order, it's weird sometimes. So it turns out that this division of the party worked out. That's one of the nice advantages of an electronic game over Dungeons and Dragons run by a DM. One of the things that we had as an unbreakable rule when I played Dungeons and Dragons was never have the party split up. Because perhaps this is not a universal experience, but dungeon masters tend to look for that sort of thing and punish it by having at least one side of the let's split up gang get ambushed by something larger than they can handle. But with a tactics game like this, we can assess what's going on and split in a way that actually works. So, hooray. Right. What we want to avoid the most is the night casting boost on the mage. Because, as we saw last time, the mage is already really difficult to damage. Oh, you tried to scare me, but that's Blaze 1. Even a crit won't do it. Now, Shade is in danger, but I think I can cover the approach well enough. From the artillery, anyway. I keep calling it artillery as though it had its old name. But you know what I mean. It is an artillery gun. Well, okay, maybe an artillery gun would have a range better than 2, but you get the idea. Yeah, Sig might... I don't want Sig to get killed by that artillery either. I mean, it does apparently hit pretty hard. Ooh, that was a big portion of experience for a heal. Yeah, it's fine to use this formation now that the Dark Mage is out of MP. After all those levels, still only 5 points of damage. Just what is that Dark Mage wearing? Not even a Protect Ring. At least in previous games, they kind of excused their defense by equipping them with Protect Rings. Ooh, gotta be careful with my placement there. What's your movement? Probably not a huge amount. Yeah, only 4. Alright, I can move her forward a bit more. Hooray. I don't know if this will kill, but I sure hope it does. Actually, no, that seems very unlikely. His attack power is still not amazing. Let's see, 20 versus 14. Okay, technically, but I think there's a bit of a land effect here. Yeah, so that's not going to be enough. I should do it anyway, though. I might get a critical hit or a double attack. I might, but I might not. I'd like to lure that gun a little bit further out so I can surround it. And I guess it saw that coming. Well, I think its attack power is actually not bad. Okay, never mind, it is bad. Let's see. I still have a couple of level 6 characters. Yeah, this seems like a good idea. Sig doesn't have the same massive attack growth that Cray does. Though, you know, getting 2 points is not bad. Still, my interpretation is that Sig tends to gain, let's see, 14 versus 13. Okay, I don't actually know what Sig has over Cray now that I look at it. Maybe his spell selection is going to be a little different. Aside from the detox. I don't know. We'll find out as things go along, because right now both of them are just fine to stay in the party. Not that I could even replace them. Huh. I expected more explosions. I didn't really expect more damage because Apis is, Apis is a steel wall at this point. And I'll have to hand over the middle sword later. I think they hold on to recycling, or maybe I should say exploiting for nostalgia, most of these sound effects. I don't think they really change until Shining Force 3. Wait. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Yeah. Fortunately, the brass loader is not a super tank. I mean, the mage and the brass loader have about the same defense power. And of the two, only the brass loader one makes sense. But whatever, it is a video game problem that I am equipped to solve. So I won't complain too much. Oh wow, not even moving, huh? Alright, now we get the explosions. Would be kind of interesting if that version of the attack did more damage. But it's no big deal as it is. As in, I have no problems with it. So the thing about monks in this game that make them good is that they have enough attack power to actually damage things, and Heal 1 is the best healing spell in the game for a very large portion of it, so having just the basic healing magic is just fine. That's also how it was in Shining Force 1. The only reason Gong wasn't that great is because he didn't get the attack growth that he needed. If he did, he'd be an easy pick over Lo and possibly even Chris. Well, except Chris actually was able to kill things for a while because of the power staff. Anyway. And that's all of Claude's characterization. Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit. Everyone does still have their one line if you talk to them while at camp, so I might as well do that next time I get the chance. I thought Cray should be doing that. He's the one who knows how this fort works. Well, I guess we learned that Cyprus has a resistance now. And that's the end of the chapter, so I guess we'll go into more story and character details next time. End of chapter. Yeah, each chapter has roughly 4 battles, and there's 4 chapters per story in this game, rather than the previous 8. But there's several stories, so that kind of makes up for the length. It also explains why I've been gaining levels so fast. They gotta get me high enough level to finish the story in half the time, so, well, here we are. And that is it. So, we will see what the start of Chapter 2 looks like next time. See you then.